KLAS-TV, Channel 8, Las Vegas, where news comes first.
Oh, it's Gary.
Wow.
It's George. Yes, talk about a throwback. That was our news open from back in 1987. We're digging through the archives a little bit this morning. Today is Channel 8's anniversary, Sherry.
My goodness, the TV station turned 68 years young today, Nate.
Yeah, we are the longest running news program in the history of the state of Nevada. Of course, back in 1953, when we went on the air, things were a little bit different. Photographers used actual film, had to rush it back to the station and put it through a film processor, then edit it and clip it together before it could air.
Howard Hughes there. At one point, Channel 8 was part of a quirky billionaire Howard Hughes empire. He bought the station back in 1968 so he could call in at night and give orders about which movie he wanted to see on the air, or if he had fallen asleep, he'd ask everyone to restart the movie for him that was already playing. Yes, in those days.
History.
That was before cable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're so used to seeing movies all the time, but back then, movies showed overnight on local TV stations, and I think I've heard that people in Las Vegas sort of got used to that happening. Some newcomers would go, "What happened? Didn't we just see that part?"
That was DVR back in 1968.
And
it wasn't on your phone. DVR in 1968 was buy the station, call master control, and get them to press rewind.
Right, that's what somebody would say, "Oh, that's just Mr. Hughes."
Right. He used the telephone as his remote control.
"Hey, I fell asleep. Start that thing back. Move back." "Oh, okay."
Just part of our colorful history. 68 years on television. And the three of us have been on the show for 68 years as well.
Oh,
Sometimes it feels like it.
Sometimes. We've seen a lot of changes here at Channel 8, and we've had a lot of great people through our hallways and sitting right here on this anchor desk and other anchor desks through the years. But it's a wonderful station, and it's so neat to be the starting TV station in the state of Nevada.
And Mr. Hughes' cottage is still in the backyard.
It is.
Yeah, and if you listen carefully, you can kind of hear the call. He's calling. He wants us to go back and do the last segment
I know
again.
Sherry's not a big fan of going in there because she's got some heebie-jeebies when you go in there.
They say it's kind of haunted. Is what they